What kind, boy?
Yo, we got mattyballz, the satisfying downfall of 6ix9ine. Hopefully this shit gets
In
me to the
2017 and
halftime show. I got this fucking Super Bowl, yeah.
2018,
Kendrick, boy.
6ix9ine could not release a song without it doing stupid numbers. He was clearly going crazy. But if we fast forward to 2025,
But they saying that shit, each course is 15 minutes, boy. This is the longest 15 minutes of my fucking life, I say. I've seen more commercials in fucking, like, football, but
6ix9ine just had his jewelry, designer bags, and even the plaques for his songs auctioned off by the IRS because he has tens of millions of dollars in debt. So how can an artist go from having multiple platinum singles and albums to going completely broke? Well, to understand that, we got to go back to the beginning. Real quick, my name is mattyballz. I make weekly music videos. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news and whatnot, make sure to stick around. Also, a little trigger warning because there's some disturbing things in this video. So yeah, just be aware. But let's continue. So before 6ix9ine had broken onto the scene, he was already really controversial. I mean, as soon as you look at him, he's a guy with rainbow hair and 69 tattooed all
them fucking raps on those cars are so fucking ass, boy.
over his body. He was the definition of a gimmick rapper. But aside from his strange appearance and all of his antics, there was something much more disturbing going on behind the scenes. 6ix9ine blew up from his feature on Trippie Redd's song Polls along
Yo, that is so fucking crazy. I forgot about that song.
with his hit single Gummo, both of which dropped in 2017. And it was also
I won't lie. This one had a run, boy. That 2017 run was something.
that year that he had to show up in court and was sentenced to 3 years of probation. The reason why was because back in 2015, 6ix9ine was at an apartment in New York where people recorded videos of a 13-year-old girl who was engaging in sexual acts. The victim's mom saw the videos.
I remember this. Yo, so much has happened since this time. I just forgot about all of this.
And filed a criminal complaint. They said that 6ix9ine, who was 18 at the time, was making a thrusting motion and smacking her butt while she engaged in oral sex with another man in the video. The girl was also naked in these videos. 6ix9ine reposted these videos on his Instagram, claiming to police that he did this to make his rapper image look cool. He also said, "When she came in, she asked me how old I was and I told her I was 18 and I assumed she was older. The way she was asking made me think she was older." He later said that she claimed she was, I think, 19, but 13 and 19 are way different. I don't know how that can be mistaken. When all of this came out,
Yeah, bro, that's like a child, my nigga. Like,
6ix9ine tried to downplay it, which can be seen in an interview with
birds of a feather, my nigga.
weirdo DJ Academics, who unsurprisingly for years
What
can
is
be
it?
seen in an interview with fellow weirdo DJ Academics, who unsurprisingly for years tried to defend 6ix9ine from the public.
So it's lit, like niggas.
Just it's right here, boy. Who does this old academics always defend, boy?
Record and have a good time, like.
So
Tekashi 6ix9ine personally.
was she actually 19?
No, she wasn't.
How
She
old was she?
wasn't. I don't know her exact age. I think she was like 14 or some shit like that.
Even the title was downplaying it, claiming that the charges were in 2014, which would have made 6ix9ine 17 at the time. And he was saying that he was 17, he was just a kid, and
Shit, what grade was I in? I think I was 17 in grade 12. So 12 minus 5 years. That's like grade. That's grade 7. That's before high school. You were senior. You were senior in high school. Kids, you know, fucking. What didn't even go to high school yet? That's crazy. That's fucked.
she was 14, which maybe would have made it a little bit less worse, but it's still really bad, and that wasn't
No,
the case.
it's
Clearly, though,
not
his
fucking
downplaying
worse.
didn't
It's
work
not as
legally
worse,
because
boy.
after this happened,
It might be even worse.
6ix9ine was arrested, accepted a plea deal, and pleaded guilty. He has tried to use the fact that he was scared as an excuse for pleading guilty in interviews.
Did you plead guilty? You pled guilty, right?
I pled guilty like this quick, blood.
Why?
I was scared, blood. I didn't have no money. I was poor. Like, this was 3 years. I wasn't rapping. Like I wasn't on some like
This nigga head tied up like he just got fucked.
hot shit.
But I think that's just an excuse because he was actually guilty. With all of this being before his career even began, it's mind-blowing to me that 6ix9ine had a career in the first place, or that more people weren't talking about this, except for my goat Charlemagne.
Are you a registered sex offender?
Nah, I'm not. But I knew that. Nah, I'm not.
That's why I fuck with Charlemagne, bro. He answers that real question.
You could actually look it up. You got a computer right there.
Yeah, I did. That's why
Look
I
it up.
asked. Because I mean, you can't believe nothing you see on the internet. That's what I'm asking you. I'd rather hear from you.
But 6ix9ine did continue to have a career, and he also had many more controversies to come. Right out the gate, 6ix9ine was pissing everyone in the music industry off. After blowing up, he had beef with his ex-rapper friend Zillakami. Pierre Bourne was mad at him for rapping on the
Wait, there's like 3 different commercials back to back since I stopped.
Gummo beat because it wasn't made for him. Pierre said, "Fuck all that Gummo shit, all you guys doing weird shit. Some ops, I swear." 6ix9ine also decided to diss one of the guys who put him on, Trippie Redd, at a concert when rapping Gummo, which is ironic because Trippie was the one who gave him that beat. But 6ix9ine decided to start up a beef with Trippie because Trippie, rightfully so, denounced 6ix9ine for his case with the 13-year-old girl. 6ix9ine also dissed the rapper Casanova while performing Gummo, which led to Casanova trying to fight him. He also accused 6ix9ine's crew of trying to rob him. These were just bridges 6ix9ine burned right out of the gate, but the main thing that caused him problems was his gang affiliations. To try to fit his crazy King of New York image, 6ix9ine...
Oh my god. I just remembered, boy. Trippie Redd and this was 6ix9ine had no fucking beef, boy. They were taking each other bitches and shit. I forgot about that shit too.
6ix9ine decided to get in with gangs, which really is what kickstarted his career and financial problems. 6ix9ine was affiliated with 9 Trey and always tried to call out rival gangs and basically just shit-talked anybody he could.
I walk around, I let my nuts hang, blood. Like, I go back to Houston whenever I want. I go back to LA. I can leave this interview right now after this and book a flight to LA.
That would be smart.
What you mean? When I went out to LA, I didn't have no show. I went out there. You know what I'm saying?
So look like you got chicken pox, except what it is.
It show up to a lot of
Oh my god, it's growing.
your shows though. Why didn't you show up to some of the shows that you had in LA?
Name the shows since you know so much.
I mean, I don't know the names though.
Yo, these are some of the worst fucking tats I've ever seen in my life, boy.
But they
I
say you
saw
didn't show up to
nah.
'em.
The shows were canceled because the venues were scared.
You don't think you effing up your money with this tough guy gangster persona?
Nah, I don't know. You think it's a persona?
It is clearly a persona.
So what makes you think it's a persona?
Cause it's you know what persona means?
Yeah,
What does persona mean?
like an act.
No, that's not what it means.
So
It means
Well, I'm saying this, I fuck with Charlamagne,
that just
boy.
is your persona. Like you give off, you say you're a blood, you say you're a gangster, you say you tough. That's not that's what you're saying. You're giving off that persona.
So you're saying that I don't live up to it?
I don't know what you live up to. All I'm saying is that eventually it's gonna catch up to you.
I love how Charlamagne just always asks what's on his mind. He says what everyone's thinking. He just doesn't care. And clearly that was pissing off 6ix9ine. So obviously 6ix9ine is just trying to provoke people, and it worked because he received threats from Crips that resulted in a couple of shows getting canceled. His gang 9 Trey tried to rob Rap-A-Lot Records and Jay Prince, or his son, I don't remember which one it was, but they messed up and ended up robbing 2 publicists who had nothing to do with it. A fellow gang member once fired off a shot during an altercation with Casanova's crew, who had been going back and forth with 6ix9ine's crew for a while. 6ix9ine was even investigated for a shooting that involved Chief Keef and his camp. Eventually, in late 2017, some of his bodyguards were arrested in connection to gang assault, and one of his managers turned himself in for the same thing. Then a shooting took place at one of his music video sets, and Kanye was there, so Kanye had to get out of there immediately. Then on November 18th of 2018, 6ix9ine was famously arrested and charged with racketeering. Him and his crew were accused of armed robbery, conspiracy to commit murder, and distribution of a bunch of drugs. They even used lyrics from his songs where he said things like, "Whole squad full of fucking killers, I'm a killer too. Sending shots, everybody getting popped." This is when 6ix9ine famously snitched and accepted a plea deal. This created a viral meme where everyone online clowned him for acting so hard all the time and then telling on everyone else, which got his sentence massively reduced. Originally, he was facing nearly 50 years, and he got his sentence reduced to like 2 years. And he also
was on that
hard all the
fucking
time
cartoon
and then
look
telling
better
on
than
everyone
what I had in real
else,
life,
which
boy.
got his
That shit looks so much better than all the shit he had on his
sentence
face.
massively reduced. Originally, he was facing nearly 50 years, and he got his sentence reduced to like 2 years. And he also got out early because of COVID, and he said he had asthma, so he was a high risk. During the trial, though, another rapper claims 6ix9ine paid him $20K to shoot at a rival gang member and Chief Keef. 6ix9ine wrote to the judge saying, "There is no excuse, no justification, and no apology good enough in this world to explain my crimes. While I've been incarcerated, I have had time to reflect on the recklessness and foolishness of my decisions. I wake up every morning asking myself, was it worth it?" Clearly, with all of the messiness, the gang violence, and
This nigga ugly as shit, boy.
willingness to provoke anything and anyone, 6ix9ine burned pretty much every bridge in the music industry. The whole snitching thing, as I'm sure many of you guys remember, caused the entire industry to lose respect for him. And while all of his legal battles and snitching accusations were making headlines, he also had some even more disturbing crimes involving women. In 2019, 6ix9ine's ex-girlfriend and the mother of his daughter, Sarah Molina, claimed she faced abuse during their relationship. She said that over the course of their 7-year relationship, he cheated on her a ton, gave her STDs from that, punched her, kicked her, choked her, and severely beat her. 6ix9ine actually admitted
I never understand that shit, boy. How you rape your girlfriend, etc. That's so like it's like I don't know.
admitted to some of this in an interview, saying, "We
That shit's so fucking weird, boy.
did have physical fights." He also said he was very sad about how this would affect their daughter. 6ix9ine was also accused of assaulting his next girlfriend, Yailin,
And they all got a daughter, but don't keep him away from her.
or Galen, however you say it, who claimed that he beat and drugged her, sexually assaulted her, and emotionally abused her. Apparently he stole from her and she broke up with him because of it, so then he decided to post revenge porn. 6ix9ine denied all these claims, obviously, but based on his previous behavior, I wouldn't be too surprised if this was true. And these are just like the major controversies he's faced throughout his career. He's tried to fake his death. He's been accused of assaulting multiple fans, some of which were minors. He's had multiple run-ins with the police for just plain stupid and ignorant things. He was accused again of sleeping with a minor, although he faced no formal charges, and plenty of other things along those lines. He even got into this big fight at the airport that caused a whole traffic jam. Like, he's just been arrested so many times. It's unbelievable that these judges kept letting him get away with it, especially because he was on parole and had all these things he wasn't supposed to do, and somehow he just never learned his lesson. I actually have this long ass document full of tons of random controversies he's been involved in, but I'm trying to keep it concise for you guys. However, throughout 6ix9ine's entire
That's an essay, boy.
controversies he's been involved in, but I'm trying to keep it concise for you guys. However, throughout 6ix9ine's entire career, one thing he bragged about was his money. Like any other gimmick rapper, he was always flexing his wealth and talking down on others for not having the type of money he had.
Does
On
money
your own.
dictate everything you do?
Fuck yes. What
Okay.
the fuck?
Okay.
You're not here
Okay.
car selection?
No.
I'm gonna address nothing. I'm never gonna address nothing. Y'all believe what y'all wanna believe. That's a half a ticket right there.
But
Boy, why is Gordon Ramsay on my screen? Say, I just want to get to Kendrick, boy. For fuck about Gordon Ramsay.
because of these many controversies, he wouldn't have this type of wealth for much longer. After getting out of jail, 6ix9ine had a huge multi-million-dollar record deal waiting for him. But the issue was, after all of his crimes,
Nigga, Pete Davidson is talking to an alien. Tom Brady is here, boy. Who is the starter of this old ass nigga next to him, bro?
Controversies
Why
and
is it,
bridges
bro?
burned.
Give me Kendrick, bro. I'm here for Kendrick. Who is this?
A lot of fans weren't really trying to listen to the new 6ix9ine project. His first few tracks out of jail did well, songs like Gooba and Trolls, because after being freed from
That shit was a fucking Duracell commercial, like, sir.
prison, there was
a Duracell commercial.
hype around him, but as time went on, people cared less and less about 6ix9ine's antics. His Tattletales album sold 53,000 units first week, and his album following that, Leyenda Viva, doesn't even have records of first week sales. Oh, and he put out an album called Blackballed that I didn't even know existed. I don't think anyone actually listened to it, and it goes to show that even he thinks he was blackballed too. So like I said, people were tired of his antics.
But I think from here, I'm not really seeing an increase in quality, because I think 6ix9ine is just kind of diving even deeper into using social media and antics and drama and clout chasing as a crutch to supplement his career.
So 6ix9ine really wasn't making too much money these past few years, which would have been fine if it weren't for the fact that
I fuck with Anthony Fantano, but his fans though, I don't know, bro. They feel like the musical geniuses, every single one of them, bro. They studied music.
all of
theory
his
or some
contra-
shit, boy. They like, I don't know. I don't fuck with them.
Controversies and stupid decisions caused him to be in a lot of debt. In 2022, there were rumors that 6ix9ine was struggling with money, with his manager Whack 100 saying, "Yeah, he broke as a motherfucker. That guy 6ix9ine ain't got nothing. Man, that guy over there is doing bad. Bro, I had to send that dude $20 for some gas. That's why we was telling the people, ain't really nothing we can do for you right now because he's broke. It's fucking terrible, man. Sad thing to see such a talented young man like this." 6ix9ine had mentioned during court once that he was struggling to make ends meet, but many probably figured he'd be straight when he got out. Clearly though, that was not the case. Around this time, he was also sued for not paying tens of thousands of dollars in security fees, and his lawyers also claimed that he owed them tens of thousands.
Boy, out of all that things you decide not to pay your security, etc. You know who you are, you know what you did, bruh. And you're gonna pay your security.
Thousands of dollars as well. Steve Will Do It, who is a popular streamer / content creator, was friends with 6ix9ine at the time. He said that 6ix9ine said he was broke and needed some money, so Steve hooked him up with a $2 million deal with the streaming service Rumble.
So what happened between you and 6ix9ine?
Yeah.
Are you mad?
I actually am mad about that. It's right. So I got him a deal, right?
Huh?
To play video games
With Rumble?
once a week.
Steve, my father is such a derby man, I've seen like clips of him that giving away shit. Like, if you fuck over someone like this, bruh, because he seems like a fucking like a nice motherfucker, just wanna help out people, and if you fuck over someone like that, boy, there's something wrong with you, sir.
Huh?
For an hour.
Damn.
$2 million up front, and he just doesn't do anything.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's
This other nigga Jack already out fucking punch this when he's fucking.
it's pretty much that simple. It's the fact that he had no money at the time, and he needed money. Fucking.
This all looks like he's. He said, look how.
He breaks up with his girlfriend, and he needs money to buy Birkin bags for all these black
No, this will just pisses me off.
chicks and give away money to make his girlfriend jealous. That's literally like the factual story. I need money right now. I have no money, and I gotta make my ex-girlfriend jealous by trying to with all her friends. That's what happened. And he just like, bro, he told the company I need $2 million up front so I can buy a content house.
Damn.
And they believed him, dude. The guy's an idiot.
But because he didn't end up doing it, he ended up owing Rumble $2 million, which added to his massive debt. And remember those two publicists that his gang accidentally...
That is the worst backfund I've ever heard in my life, boy. So...
that I mentioned earlier, well, they sued him for $1 million in restitution, which caused him even more problems. He said that he would have to file bankruptcy to pay it and said, "I ain't got it right now." This was after he had just got out of jail and was flexing all types of money like I showed earlier. So the interviewer brought this up and he said,
Just so try to do 50 Cent without anything that 50 Cent did, bro.
"I ain't got it. That was prop money. I'm an entertainer, and obviously, we talking about it, so I did a pretty good job at entertaining people." Which didn't change the fact that he had an additional $1 million on his pile of debt. But
Always be trying to act like other O's, but you don't understand that there's certain shit that people go through to make them. You can't replicate that shit, boy.
the straw that really broke the camel's back is when in 2023 he was ordered to pay nearly $10 million to a victim of battery. You see, back in 2021, 6ix9ine was sued by a stripper named Alexis because he threw a champagne bottle at the club and it hit her in the head. She had to go to the ER and get staples to close the cut in her head. In the suit, she alleged he threw a deadly object with intent to commit serious bodily injury. Apparently, someone in the club called 6ix9ine a rat, so he threw it at them, but he missed and then hit Alexis. Although 6ix9ine's lawyers denied any wrongdoing. Fast forward a couple years, and 6ix9ine didn't even end up showing up to court, which definitely didn't help his case, so he was ordered to pay her $10 million. Nearly 6 months after being ordered to pay this, he still hadn't, so the judge appointed a receiver. Months after being ordered to pay,
6ix9ine still in the wrong no matter what, but 10 million kinda crazy, boy. You got some staples. Don't cost 10 million.
this he still
I think like 100k. If you're pushing it 500k, that's 10 million. You just burn your chances from getting anything.
Hadn't, so the judge appointed a receiver to go and liquidate 6ix9ine's assets like his cars and his mansion. And on top of all of this,
she won.
Debt.
Never mind, I'll take back whatever the fuck I should get that fucking bag, boy.
He also had to pay back a lot of money to the IRS for taxes he allegedly didn't pay. I couldn't find an exact amount online, but I saw people saying it was nearly $10 million as well. So that would mean that he's
5 minutes left for the steam.
He's over $20 million in debt. This is why back in 2024, the feds were seen raiding 6ix9ine's Florida home, seizing his cars and other items. Witnesses said they saw federal agents enter his home and tow away multiple vehicles. And all of this brings us to what happened most recently, when the IRS began to auction off 6ix9ine's personal items. This went super viral online because a website called Live Auctioneer posted a ton of 6ix9ine's iconic jewelry, like his diamond shark chain that was going for $60K. His rings, chains, earrings, watches, and even his grills were up for sale. I'd imagine they're washing the grills because that would be really disgusting if someone bought those and they weren't clean, but they're selling everything. They're also selling things like his designer backpacks, purses, and things like that. The craziest thing though, in my opinion, is that they were selling all of his plaques too, which has to be so demoralizing.
So
I actually put a bid in
bro.
for the backpack because I thought it'd be funny to have.
They selling his accomplishments, but that's like, it's his fault. They say fuck it.
But the auction hasn't started yet, and I think I already got outbid, so that's unfortunate. Of course, all of the money that the auction makes will go back to the IRS as payment towards 6ix9ine's debt. He did address this on Instagram by saying, "1 year ago, when I was stuck in the Dominican Republic for 8 months, the feds made a raid for the entire house because I did not report my income for 4 years. And after the IRS auction went live, 6ix9ine released a video trying to explain himself.
What happened was that I didn't report my taxes for 2020, 21, 22, and 23. Those years, I done paid $6 million, $2 million in 2018, $1.3 million 2019. For the year of 2020, I'm at 1.8 million. Over $6 million went to the IRS. Like I said, when you make over a certain amount of money, I think they tax you in the state of New York 54%. Biden was trying.
Fuck. 50%, more than 50% of my shit goes to the government, boy.
To raise it
What?
to 62% in the state of New York and California. So I moved out of New York to Florida, where it has different tax laws.
So now that 6ix9ine's music career is down the drains and he's tens of millions of dollars in debt, with the IRS actively taking away everything he owns, he's clearly fallen very far from the super high heights of his early career. But based on everything he's done over the years, I think it's safe to say that 6ix9ine had this one coming. If you like this video, you might like my video about DJ Academics, a close...
That video was fire. So this is another video, fire video by mattyballz. Shout out to mattyballz.